Hello and welcome. I am, of course, your host, Elizibar, and this is Oberon number 3. Now, if you may remember, at the end of Oberon number 2, the little girl was sent into the labyrinth where she had to face this pig dude. We start off here. The cover actually shows where the story starts. You got Oberon, Mother Mei, and I forget the minion's name, watching in the fountain as stuff happens. So what happens? She confronts the pig monster. It goes about as well as you might imagine when you have a adolescent kid fighting a giant horrifying pig thing. There's a chase and it's awesome, and we find out that the girl was being safeguarded by this fairy here for Queen Titania. Why? Who knows? I don't know. The tension and the terror are real. Look at this awesome, crazy, off-kilter, running, charging angle that the pig dude is at. That is great stuff right there. The queen on her throne, notice we're kind of at a low angle looking up at her to indicate her power. It's awesome. This issue, it has this little bit of danger in it to kind of tide us over, but there is a ton, an absolute ton of like backstory and world building happening. As they're watching her, they're also talking, and that talk tells us about the girl, about the political situation, how Titania took the throne from Oberon. We learn that the woman here loved the girl, which is a parallel. See, it's a parallel because at the end of the book, we find out that Mother Mei's crime is basically the same thing. She was put to watch over somebody, and then she killed that person's parents. And then we find out that she's actually the fairy godmother from Cinderella. Oh, spoiler, I just spoiled the whole story. No, I didn't. That's like a minor twist. We get the story of how Oberon and his little manservant met. Oberon comes to the rescue naturally. Turns out the girl doesn't have magic powers, or at least if she does, they're not here yet. The art is good. I kind of pointed out that crazy angle the dude was at. But just look at this two pages right here. All right, just feast upon these for a minute. Look at the choices, the angles, what's going on. And they could have been cheap. They could have reused some of this art. Her right here, that could have been her. They could have just copied that, and they didn't. They drew it all over again. See the... Oh man, I'm sorry for the reflections. If I angle the book upward, like look at her there, up in the top there on that page. Look at her there, see? It's a different pose. And they could have reused that here, and they didn't. They're progressing us through time in the art. Why this is on some random indie label, Aftershock, instead of being published by Marvel or DC, I don't know. This art is good. Look at this. It carries the fantasy feeling, the otherworldliness, the magic of the place. This looks like a good classic animated children's movie, like stills taken out of it. Of course, unlike the actual movie, the stills are arranged in a great fashion with things embedded to help the flow of the story. But that's what this feels like. This feels like a great animated movie. The animated movie you might have wanted to see when you were a kid, when you were a teenager. Maybe most teenagers don't like animated movies, but I liked anime. So animated features don't automatically go, oh, that's kiddie to me. And they shouldn't to you. There's great stuff. Like Oberon shows up and he just handles this dude like it's nothing. Like this big rampaging pig man was all like, I'm gonna eat you. If this is how you treat your guests, my boy, no wonder you never keep any company. Not eating everyone is a pretty standard rule of etiquette. Yum, oink. Fairy dessert. Oberon. The dialogue, especially Oberon's dialogue, is on super point. I don't think there's a wasted word in the whole book. I don't think there's a wasted panel in the whole book. Every bit of this book carries something interesting in it. And even like, I could go like, oh, but look at the backgrounds or whatever, but they're sketched in. Like, you don't really care about the background, you just need something to place the action. And they provide it. They give you just enough that your mind can fill in the rest of the labyrinth in these scenes, and you don't have to worry about it. Oberon is a really fun series, and I have been enjoying the heck out of it. Number 3 continues that. I do feel a little bit let down that they toyed with our expectations a little bit. She didn't use magic in the labyrinth, so she's not whatever it was Oberon was expecting, which means she's not whatever we were expecting. And that felt weird. That felt really strange. But hey, you can't have everything in a comic book, right? So you all take care of yourselves. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time. There should be some stuff to click on the screen here somewhere, so you should probably click on that. Help support the channel. Be awesome. And I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.